Hi everyone, it's B.Chavez from EvilGenius Sports Performance. I'd like to welcome you back to another edition of the EvilGSP video blog. And today's edition, I want to talk about something that I've kind of talked a little bit out of both sides of my mouth. So I want to talk about the subject and refine my statements on that subject. And the subject is nutritional diversity. I've spoke about this in the past, but I was speaking in a corrective diet paradigm, in a situation where the person, the subject was losing weight. They were getting leaner. And one of the effective ways to do that is to simply drop foods, streamline one's food's choices. To a large degree, this is why diets like Atkins and that sort of thing work. Obviously, there is a chemical metabolic action of reducing carbohydrates, but there's also It makes choices easier. It makes selections easier, and it streamlines one's choices, which tends to streamlines one's actions, which tends to help one meet the goal. So, in a corrective diet scenario, nutritional diversity can actually be the enemy. Having too many choices leads potentially to eating too much food. Whereas, in a paradigm of athletic excellence, in a paradigm of sports performance, okay, nutritional diversity can be key, because we've talked about this part over and over and over, is that nutrition, both macro and micro, is food specific. Each food is the only food that has that exact profile. So the best way to, say, get all of your micronutrition, all of your trace minerals, would not be just to eat broccoli or just to eat kale or some other thing. But the greater the variety of green vegetables, while still staying within your nutritional parameters, of course, but the greater the diversity, the greater the diversity of micro substances within that food, and potentially and ideally, the greater the health from that. I'll give you a really good example of also where nutritional diversity comes into play is with overlap. Find it all the time. I just reviewed someone's diet the other day, a diet that I had in fact designed. I did not give this person meal plans, but I'd given them macro breakdowns, general idea what they should be doing, and they had a very good breakdown from morning to night, different protein sources in each meal. So breakfast was eggs and cheese, and as the protein source. And in lunch was, I think tuna, and then a late snack was a protein shake of a commercial whey. And then the pre-workout meal was, I think, eggs again. And then the post-workout meal was beef. And that was pretty much across the board. But then the catch was, second to their last meal was cottage cheese. Okay. It's not where I would put it personally, but that's fine. Then their very last meal of the day was a protein shake, but they pointed out to me, but it's casein, so it's slow digesting. That'll carry me through the night. And I could take issue with that in and of itself, but when you look at it, and this person, again, went to great lengths to design this way, and they were really trying their best, and I don't mean to criticize them specifically, so you are... I apologize, but you're just using you as an example. The cottage cheese, the protein matrix of cottage cheese is casein. So then following that a few hours later with a casein protein shake is not the ideal example of nutritional diversity. Again, it's petty, it's minor, both are the same thing, but both very high quality proteins. But it's just the point that this action of achieving nutritional diversity is harder than it seems. It can catch you in very unlikely places, but it's key, okay? As athletes, we only have so much food to eat for fear of getting fat. We are only able to derive our excellence from a very narrow band, a narrow window. So we must be very, very careful and very, very specific and scientific about what we get from what. So again, nutritional diversity, in an athletic excellence paradigm, very important. In a corrective diet, body fat, body composition type scenario, perhaps maybe a little less important. I'd be more likely to cut foods and just add supplementary, vitamins and minerals. But in a sports performance paradigm, okay, nutritional diversity, very, very key. Very, very important. Same foods every day, over and over, all the time, at the same time of day, it will always become problematic. So, nutritional diversity, very important thing. Something I want to do here in the future is put out more videos on the concept of nutrition in its application. Application of good nutrition, sports performance branded and targeted nutrition. And I really want to cover the integration of training, nutrition, supplementation, pharmacology, psychology, lifestyle, and integrate all these things into a winning package. Because again, I want to see you succeed. I want to see the big 1,000-pound squats. I want to see the 1,000-pound bench presses. Excuse me. So there you are. Just a tip of the iceberg. Nutritional diversity. Very important. Something to think about, something to always consider when you're planning out your meals, when you're planning out your day, when you're planning out your nutrition and your big picture and your macro cycles. Diversity. Very key. Okay? Until next time, B.Chavez, Evil Genius Sports Performance. Stay strong.